as soon as I see it come up.
Okay. I'm waiting on it to everything.
So I'm good. So you can show me if you want.
Welcome, welcome, welcome. I am so excited to be here on Facebook Live with my friend and literary expertise, writing books off the chain, 51 down and probably another 1,000 yet to come. Vanessa Miller Pierce. Hey, look, Vanessa, I am just so proud of you. Let me just start this interview by saying the devil is a lie, because we done had all kind of technical issues. Yes. My seat keeps dropping, so in a minute I might shrink and be under the table, but that's okay. We're gonna tell your story and we're gonna talk about something good. But just so the people know, if I disappear, that's what happened. So I want to read a little bit, just read a quick bio about Vanessa. Vanessa Miller Pierce is a best-selling author, playwright, and motivational speaker. As a child, she spent countless hours reading or writing. Vanessa's creative endeavors took on new meaning when she became a Christian. Since then, her writing deals with redemption, often focusing on characters facing multi-dimensional struggles. She has worked with numerous publishers: Urban Christian, Kamani Romance, Abingdon, I'm probably didn't pronounce that right, Press, and Whitaker House. Abington, thank you. And she has written Something Good for Thomas Nelson, a subsidiary of HarperCollins. And that's what we're going to talk about today, is that Something Good. In 2016, Vanessa launched a Christian Book Lovers Retreat to bring readers and authors of Christian fiction together in an environment of faith, fun, and fellowship. So Vanessa's won all kinds of awards: Essence Magazine Bestsellers List, Best Christian Fiction for the Mahogany Award, Red Rose Award for Excellence in Christian Fiction, Amazon #1 fiction ebook, and then #1 on the Black Christian Book Distributor Bestsellers List. I'm sure there's probably some other ones on there that I don't know about. So Vanessa, okay, so I want you to tell me about Something Good, because of course I haven't read it yet. I got my copy on pre-order, which is what we are encouraging people to do. Yes, Lord. So tell me about Something Good.
Well, Something Good is about 3 women, Trish, Marquita, and Alexis. And it is the story of one accident bringing 3 different families together, which then ultimately becomes something good. But it definitely wasn't thought of as something good in the beginning of this, because what I tried to explore is 3 different dimensions. You have a poor family, a middle-class family, and a wealthy family. And the wealthy family became wealthy based on basically cheating someone else out of what they owed them. And so I show in the book, basically it's a what you owe me type of that's only one of the plots within the story, but because Something Good deals with distracted driving. We deal with mental illness in families, deals with mother and daughter issues, so it's 3 different women, and each one of them have a different way of seeing their relationship with their mother. And but the distracted driving came about because in 2015, I was in a car accident because someone dropped their cell phone and bent down to pick it up. And then he lost control of his car and hit me head on and broke my ankle. And so I haven't walked the same since. And so I think it is a very big issue because, you know, I'm alive and I thank God for being alive, but there are many people who have gone on because of distracted driving.
Absolutely.
Or are maimed, in some type of way. And so I really think people need to really stop and consider before they decide to just, be on their phones. We have these conveniences now, with these phones, and it is a good thing, but it can be a bad thing as well, because we need to understand it can wait. You might be getting a text message while you're driving, but it can wait, because nothing is more important than the life of the other people that are around you
and yourself, because you can fool around and kill yourself. You see that insurance commercial where what is chaos? What is it? The character is the man, and he dancing around and he doing all kind of stuff. And the last guy was trying to get French fries, eat his food, ran off the road.
Yes, there's all type of distracted driving.
Mayhem. Absolutely. Yes. So that's a good, it's relevant, it's real, and it's probably not going away anytime soon.
I wish it would. I wish it would at least stop picking up your cell phone while you're driving, because wait till you get to a stoplight. It can wait. You can pick it up and read it real quick. Then don't text while you're driving, because guess what? You cannot pay attention to the road and the phone that you're texting on. So
absolutely,
let's all work on that. And as you read the story, I hope that you decide. Because I actually had a review from someone an early reader. They read the book and they said, this book really helped me, because I am one that texts and drive, and basically that they, are reconsidering that. And so I'm thankful. I'm thankful.
Okay. For that. Well, that's a nice added bonus to have somebody make a life change like that. You never know whose life or how many lives are spared, even if it's property damage. That's still money. And your body doesn't get injured.
Inconvenience for other people. Yes. Absolutely.
Well, good for you. Well, kudos. Yeah, I'm better at it. I even set my phone now to put, because with these smartphones, they're really smart when you know how to use them. But with the smartphone now, I can tell mine like to say, put out a notification, I'm not available or something like that. I'm busy right now. So Dr. Urita says, hi, Doc. I'm trying to get it to show.
Hello.
Up. Yeah, she is planning on, well, at one point when I talked to her, she was considering coming to the Christian Book Lovers Retreat. And I talked to another one of my author friends who may be coming. Yes, darling.
Yes. So, I hope so. Well, we have about 4 slots left for the book fair.
Oh.
You can always come as an author, but if your goal is to also sell books at the book fair, you might want to hurry up and get registered. And you can do that at www.christianbookloversretreat.com. That was my quick commercial for the retreat.
No, look, do what you got to do. All right, so I'm going to read the synopsis for Something Good. When 3 women find their lives inextricably, oh Lord, that's a good word, linked after a terrible mistake, they must work together to make the most of their futures. Alexis Marshall never meant to cause the accident that left John Robinson paralyzed. Though guilt plagues her, her husband hopes to put the past behind them. After all, he's in the middle of selling a tech business. And if Alexis admits to texting while driving, the deal could collapse, costing them millions. Meanwhile, Alexis's life is not as shiny and perfect as it seems from the outside. She has secrets of her own. As she becomes consumed with thoughts of the young man she hit, can she reconcile her mistake with her husband's expectations? Oh, Lord. Trish Robinson is just trying to hold it together after the accident that left John dependent and depressed. So Trish is his mother? Is John's mother?
Trish is John's mother.
Okay. As the bills pile up, Trish and her husband, Dwayne, find themselves at odds. When I tell you money is always an issue, okay, let me keep reading. Trish wants to forgive and move on, but Dwayne is filled with rage toward the entitled white woman who altered their lives forever. Trish can't see how anything good can come from so much hate and strife, so she determines to pray until God intervenes. Then one afternoon, Marquita Lewis rings their doorbell with a baby in her arms and changes everything. Oh,
Changes everything.
sex and money, the love of money, but you get into the root of all evil. Okay. Vanessa Miller's latest inspirational novel reminds readers that differences may separate us, but if we cling to each other, God can bring something good out of our worst moments, out of our very worst moments. Look, let me tell you something. Car accident, bad enough. I might mess up his $1 million deal. Oh Lord, I don't want to be a part of that. Then the other couple got money issues, and then it sounds like it might be some racial stuff going on there because you got the white driver, and then I'm assuming the other family's black. You know what? Is it Marquita or Marquita?
Marquita.
Marquita. So
that sounds Marquita. I'm sorry.
Marquita, that sounds chocolate. She might very well be chocolate. So now we got that dynamic to consider. So there's a lot going on, which is good because when you have, especially a novel, you want to pull, and I know you're good at doing this, pulling the readers in so they fall in love. They either are going to love your characters or they are going to hate them. Ain't no middle ground with Vanessa's characters. You're either going to actually love them, can't wait for them to come back in the book. Oh my gosh, where is she? I ain't seen her in a while. I love her. I miss her. Or you're going to be like, here she come again. Which is great. That's what you want. You want them to feel some kind of way. So Eureka says, yes, she has read many of your books and she is excited.
Thank you so much. Thank you. And and I will tell you, Marquita, it's one, when you first meet her, Marquita needs a lot of prayer. But the reader, I believe, will begin to rejoice as they see the growth in Marquita, but she is nothing nice in the beginning of this book. So because she has a lot to learn. When we were young, we did things and we thought we were just doing the right thing, and we're so wrong. And that's where Marquita is. She's so wrong.
So is her, just to get a little feedback, is her intention to be wrong? Because some people are wrong and they know they're wrong. Some people are wrong and they don't know any better.
Right. So Marquita doesn't know much better because of the way she was raised. Gotcha. And so she's acting out based on what she's seen all her life. And she's just beginning to figure this out, though, that, wait a minute, maybe I'm my own worst enemy. And so, and Trish comes along to help her, her understand, how really she needs to be working this thing if she wants better for her life. So I love the relationship between Trish and Marquita. I think the readers will enjoy it. I'm just waiting to hear. So.
Absolutely. And so this is another dynamic, the whole introspection. When we know better, we do better. Faith without works is dead. Okay, so now you need to make some improvement. What you going to do with that?
Correct.
That's good stuff. All right, so talking about...
Go ahead.
No, you go ahead.
I was just going to say Marquita is one who she doesn't have room for dreams in her life. She doesn't believe in dreams, and she believes that they definitely won't come true for her. So it is a joy to watch Marquita when she begins to dream.
And her transformation altogether. That's good stuff. Yes. Okay, so speaking of readers, you did have some early readers, so I want to put some of those on the screen.
Okay.
And just see what they have said, and not just any old body. Let me make this big so y'all can see this for real. Just take us on off the screen. These are, what's the word I'm trying to say? Elite. Does elite sound like other people don't count? I ain't trying to say, I'm not trying to say that other people aren't important, but these are people who are like New York Times bestsellers. And I know you had a review from Publisher. It was a Publisher's Weekly. So these are great. And Victoria Christopher Murray is a friend of mine, and then she's got movies out, and NAACP Image Award winner, and she's doing the dang thing.
She is doing it.
My conference before.
Doing
it for real. But she's been at it for a long time. I think that's important for anybody who's on the line to know, as well as you, You didn't
That's
get to
right.
this place overnight.
People don't
You've been at
understand
this
that
at least 20
they
years or
think,
close to.
right. They think, oh, I'm just going to do this. And they think it's just going to be just an overnight success and it's all going to be wonderful. But that's not the case. And so you
No.
know, this business takes a lot of work, and Victoria has definitely put in the work. And so I'm
Yes, she
thankful that
has.
she gave me a blurb for something good. I really, really appreciate it.
Okay, let's see what else we got in here. Oh, got the book cover. Duh. So y'all looking for it on Amazon. This is it. Something Good by Vanessa Miller. So let me ask you this. Why do you not have Vanessa Miller Pierce on the book?
Well, because you know, I've only been married now for this year will be 5 years, but I've been
Okay.
writing now for 20 years. And
Okay.
so my books have always had Vanessa Miller for my fiction. And so that's the way we've left it. But when I write
Gotcha.
something that's outside of fiction, I put Vanessa Miller Pierce on it.
Gotcha. And that's a branding thing that
Yes.
authors need to understand. You know, when I work with authors, their Facebook page is different than their Twitter, than their LinkedIn, their YouTube, their website is something different. Nothing is consistent. So for your Christian fiction, you're using Vanessa Miller, and like you said, for other things, then you're going to incorporate your married names. I
Yeah.
do Valerie J. Lewis Coleman because there are a bazillion Valerie Colemans in the world. And the one who takes the first 10 pages on Google is a master flautist. I ain't mad at her, but nobody's going to search for me onto page 11.
Right, right.
So I do Valerie J. Lewis Coleman. Okay. Now, my screen is too small to read this. Can you tell me I see she's a New York Times bestselling author, but I can't see her name. Rachel.
Rachel Hawk.
Okay, Rachel Hawk. Okay.
And I
She said
love
Vanessa
that
is
quote from her.
yes, a master storyteller. Let me tell you something. Those kind of okay, so if you get people just what's the word I want to use and not sound offensive? I can't think of what's a nice word to say.
Don't offend them.
I know I don't want to offend anybody, but I'm saying when you have people of this caliber endorsing you, it says something to the quality of your work. How about that? That way we don't say yeah. And then Vanessa Riley, I met her at the Christian Book Lovers Retreat.
Yes, yes.
She's a phenomenal author and speaker. She and a
definitely.
powerful prayer warrior.
Oh, definitely. And she just has Island Queen was out. Well, no, that was last year. So now she's got another book coming out this year, Sister Mother Warrior.
Okay.
Well, she's got 3 books. Yeah,
you ladies are true writers. When I tell you, somebody asked me, now my Goodie Box book came out in 2010. Somebody asked me Monday. I'm in looking at a venue to have a retreat, and one of the guests there was like, so when's the sequel coming? Oh Lord, it changed my life, and I did this and I did that. I'm really waiting. They're the characters, and I was like, oh, okay. But I'm not like a natural born writer like you are. I really have to be in a space of calm and tranquility. And with me having 6 or 7 people's books I'm trying to publish and edit and read, I can't get in that space to write. But you, my worky girl.
But you are a great editor. And yes, so that's the difference there. I can't just go and edit somebody's book and actually make sense. I need an editor to make my book make sense.
And I spend way too much time editing. That's what takes so much time. So yeah. Okay, and then
it's a skill.
Yeah, it's a skill that I didn't know I had until I started working with you. And you're like, Amen. Read this and tell me what you think. What was it? Former Rain?
Former Rain.
Was that the name of it in the beginning?
Yes, that was the name of it in the beginning. Because if it wasn't, I don't remember another name.
Okay. I just know we went through several different covers and
several different covers, but that was always the name.
Former Rain. Okay, gotcha. And this one is Rhonda McKnight. I met her years ago, but then again, I reconnected with her at the Christian Book Lovers Retreat. So
yes,
thoughtful and anointed.
And Rhonda now has a book that will be coming out with Thomas Nelson next year in 2023. So I'm looking forward to that. And I wish I could. I know they were working on the title. I cannot remember which title it'll be, but I'm sure she'll be announcing all of that anyway. So yeah,
Good for her.
I'm
Good for
excited
her.
for her. Yes.
Yeah. So would these ladies be considered early readers, or they're giving endorsements?
Yeah, endorsements.
Okay. So
And
these
they were
endorsements.
early readers, and then they gave an endorsement of the book. So
Yes.
I'm very happy about that, because they didn't have to do it, and very appreciative. And so thank you guys. Thank you if you're watching this.
Absolutely, because I mean that's just phenomenal that you've gotten such positive feedback. Not that you wouldn't, but you already knew that you would. But this is great to get this kind of feedback before the
Amen.
book drops. So now let's talk about your strategy for this to be, because the objective here is to have something good as a USA Today bestseller. Whoop whoop. I done my part. I sent out several e-blasts, doing this Facebook Live. I bought a copy. So I've been
Thank you
sharing it with
so
my
much.
groups and telling my people do the same thing.
And that's what it will take, Val. Really, I really see this as a word of mouth game.
Mm-hmm.
Like when Former Rain came out, and you mentioned all the different covers it went through. Well, it went through all those different covers because it kept being reprinted.
Mm-hmm.
Because we were selling the copies,
Mm-hmm.
and
Mm-hmm.
so but there was no Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. None of
Right.
that was out at that time when I first released Former Rain. What sold those books for me was word of mouth. It was people, readers,
Mm-hmm.
telling their family and their friends, you have got to read this book. And
Mm-hmm.
then they might have seen me somewhere trying to sell a book, and they would go, oh, I heard about that. And so I'm so grateful to this day that
Mm-hmm.
people took the time to tell somebody else about a book that
Mm-hmm.
I wrote. And so I'm asking people to do it again,
Absolutely.
because that's the thing that is going to sell the books. Now, my publisher has done their part. They went out to bookstores to see who, because every store, of course, is not going to carry it.
Right,
Um,
right,
but I will get to that point where every store will want to carry a book that I write. But
right.
today, every store won't carry it at first. But the Barnes and Nobles have taken something good in, so they definitely will find it there.
Mm-hmm.
Airport bookstores will have something good. Indie bookstores will have something good, or they'll be able to order it. So if you go into a bookstore and you do not see the book, someone may have already bought the copies they have in there. All you have to
Mm-hmm.
do, you go to that checkout counter and you order it, because what that's going to do is show the bookstores that there is great demand for something good, and then you will begin to see it in more and more stores. And so that's what I'm praying for, is that we get
Absolutely.
this word of mouth game going, for something good. I hope people love this book as much as I loved writing it. I,
Enjoyed
I
it.
fell in
Amen.
love with Trish, Marquita, and Alexis. Yeah. It felt to me, and I tell people this, it felt to me like they sat down next to me and told me all about
Mm-hmm.
what was going on with them, and they
Mm-hmm.
wouldn't let me go until I told their story and let people know just how it felt for Marquita to grow up in an unstable home, and
Mm-hmm.
for Trish, how she was feeling when she had this wonderful marriage for 20 some years, and now it seemed like it was crumbling,
Mm.
because they now had to deal with a son who, not only he was paralyzed, but now he's dealing with depression,
Mm.
because he no longer um, is the person that he was, and all he expected to become. And
Right.
so it took a toll on the family. And so you have to read the book to see how they overcome this. One of my favorite lines in the book is when Trish realizes that Dwayne is the man for her. Her thoughts were, oh, he's not doing what I want. He's not paying attention. And then she realized that this man loved her. And her statement was, love is not in the details.
Mm.
And she says more than that, but that's the part I can remember right now. But it's her recognizing that all she was thinking, about love was totally something else, because she was
Mm.
realizing that he had been showing her love all
His way.
along. Yes,
Mhm.
his way, because she wanted it
Yep.
her way. And
Absolutely.
so that part right there just, really does something to me when I read it. And so I'm just excited. It's been a 2-year process. I
Mm.
signed the contract to write something good in 2020. And now it's taken till 2022 for the book to actually release. And I'm just excited about it. I,
I know.
I cannot wait. It's funny because I've already written another book since I wrote something good, because that book will be out in November, and it's titled What We Found in Hallelujah. But then I
Okay.
also signed another contract to write another book, and that one is going to be historical fiction on
Okay.
real true
That'll be new for
people.
you, right?
That'll be new for me, but it was
Okay.
a story that I could not resist writing, and so I'll have to tell more about that later. But it's like so much goes on after you finish writing one book,
Right.
especially like if you're writing for a traditional publisher. People don't understand all the behind the scene things that's going on. And so
Yeah.
it's like, yeah, it took this long, but there was a lot still going on. And so, but
Marketing and distribution and absolutely.
yes, next week is on. Yes.
So that's on Tuesday?
Tuesday. The book
Tuesday.
releases on March the 8th on Tuesday. Yes.
Yes. And hi, Pamela. Pamela is a fan of yours. We
Hi,
both did a book
Pamela.
signing at Wayman. Remember Wayman?
Yes. Yes.
Long
And
time ago.
way back then. And she is still, she is still supporting me.
Absolutely.
So I appreciate it. Thank you so much.
She,
And there's been so many people that had started supporting me, in the beginning. And then they still tell me how many of my books they have, and
Mhm.
how they can't wait for the next one. And that just, if you don't have an attitude of gratitude for something like that, then I don't know what you are going to be grateful for, because people don't have to support you.
Absolutely.
And I'm so thankful, and I'm humbled by it, as well, because we need readers. If the readers aren't out there getting our books, telling people about them, then we just wrote a
Then they're
book
gonna pull
and
you from the shelves.
pull you from the shelves. And that's the thing I don't think. I want to make sure people understand. And that's why
Hmm.
I'm telling people, go out there the first week, show the people that you really want this book. Because if we don't show out and show up and show out, then they'll think, okay, well, nobody's interested in this, and there's so many other books, so they'll take mine off and replace it with
Hmm.
somebody else's. And so we don't want that. We want something good to be a tremendous success. And I thank you guys. Go on out there. I've already got people email me telling me, Vanessa, I'm going. So thank you, thank
Good.
you, thank you.
Good. Hey, Miss Pamela. Absolutely. Because what happens is, okay, so Dorothy Boyce, she's here, but she wants to tell me she has some internet issues, but she wanted to say hi. So we're gonna post that up there real quick. But yeah, it's
Hello.
just, it can be yeah. Look, Dorothy, if you get to the beginning of this interview, we was having internet issues too. Technology is wonderful when you're smart enough to work it.
Right.
I can't. As soon as I call those people, I'm like, okay, look, let me tell you something. Don't start talking all that babble to me, because I don't know what it means. I just need it fixed. Here's my
Yeah.
issue. Bless their
Yes.
hearts. All right. So I posted in the comments, but I don't think it went to all the feeds where the books are available now for pre-order. So because
Okay.
people can get the books now.
Yes.
So
They can
let's
get the
talk
book
about,
now.
let's see, I've got
And
Park Road Books.
Park Road Books is where I'm going to be doing an in-person book signing on March the 9th. And they
Okay.
have books already. They even sent me a picture of they've already put the book on the shelf. So kudos to that.
No, wait,
Shelves
okay, so where's that located?
They're
That's
in
in North Carolina.
Charlotte, North Carolina, where I
Okay.
live, and Shelves Bookstores in Charlotte, North Carolina as well.
Okay.
And I'm doing my release day interview with Shelves Bookstore And so they can go and get a pre-order copy there. Matter of fact, I'm meeting her tomorrow to sign books for people who have pre-ordered with her.
Okay.
So go. You can go to my website and click on the link for Shelves Bookstore and get that copy tonight, because I'll be signing them tomorrow, and then she'll be mailing them out to everybody. And Riches in Reading, she just put up on Instagram, her books just came in. And so Riches in Reading, she has the books right there. And I have sent her book plates.
Because I got my books through. That's Kenyatta, right?
Yes, that's Kenyatta.
Yeah, I got my books through her.
Because they came in so late. I had planned to sign those, but I wasn't able to sign them. So I sent her book plates. So each reader will have a book plate, and that is richesinreading.com. And she has the books there as well. And so yes, those 3 places you can get them, and you'll receive the swag, which is a tote bag, and we have the recipe card and a magnet for your refrigerator. But other than that, you can go to Barnes and Noble. You can
wait. I'm getting all that too, because I pre-ordered from Riches in Reading.
Yes, you are.
I didn't know I was getting a swag bag and all of that too. I thought that was over.
No. If you pre-order, you get the swag bag and everything. So you're good. And so
your pre-order ends on what date?
Pre-order is in tomorrow.
Oh, okay.
Yes,
y'all heard that?
Because I'm actually taking the stuff. I'm taking the bags to Park Road's books tomorrow. I'm taking the bags to Shelves Books tomorrow, and so they end tomorrow. So you have to have it in by then. But like I said,
I'm gonna get a copy for my niece. I'm gonna go back to Riches and order one for my niece.
Thank you. But you can also, for readers who are, it's more convenient for you to go to a Barnes and Noble. Go in there, grab the book. You can go to Amazon. You can get the book from Amazon. You can go to indie bookstores. If an indie bookstore is in your area, contact them. If they don't have the book, ask them to order it. They will order it for you, and that'll be a big help to your indie bookstores that are in your area.
Mm-hmm. That's your Amazon page, amazon.com/author/Vanessa Miller. Take you straight to her page. You ain't got to be confused about where to go. 32 plus million books on Amazon. You go straight to her page and you'll get to her something good. It's available in audio too. One of my readers emailed me back and said they bought it in audio. She said, I hope it counts to her bestsellers. Does that count towards the USA Today as audio?
I believe it does. I think ebook, print, and audio all count together. If I'm not mistaken, I know ebook and print do. But I believe it all does count together. So tell her I said thank you.
I did. I told her thank you so much, and she said I hope it counts towards her USA Today. I said I don't know, but I think so. Thank you.
Right, and whichever way you want to do it, I appreciate it. Because I like listening to ebooks. Listening to audio books too. When I travel, with this pandemic, we haven't been traveling much, but.
Right. And you don't like to fly, so you definitely driving everywhere.
Right. Except for now, I'll fly once or twice a year. But, other than that, I'm just going to get on the road. I'm headed to Maryland. So if any of my Maryland people are listening, there is a link on my website where you can go and register for that event. And it is going to be March the 20th in Maryland, in Bel Air, Maryland. Please go and get registered. I can't wait to see you. Maryland is I couldn't do a release without going to Maryland because the readers in Maryland have been they have just blessed my socks off. I can't explain it, but it was like when I thought, oh, okay, well maybe this isn't working, and I started going to Maryland. It was a godsend because they just started buying the books and telling people about it. And when I started the Christian Book Lovers Retreat, who showed up? It was a bunch of Maryland Book Club members. That's great. I just was like, oh my God. And so So this is my thank you to them. So I'm driving to Maryland on March the 20th, and so please go and sign up for that that meeting. It is being hosted by the Bible Book Club and Sela's Maniac Book Club. So I cannot wait to see you guys.
And you said that is on your
it's on my website, VanessaMiller.com, and there's a link where you can click to register for it.
Okay. Pamela Nance is over here acting up. She said she got the swag bag with the pre-order and she confused it with the something good box. That's two different things?
Yes, I had a something good box. And so some of my readers already purchased the something good box. Some of them purchased it without the book because they've already, ordered the book, but they wanted the swag. So we were doing t-shirts and we were doing, I wish I had some of it right. I have aprons that say "So ready for something good." Okay. And so, so they were doing all that. I think I might need to mail you an apron, Val. Just have you take a picture real quick, and so because I'm going to be doing some
absolutely
things with the apron with people taking pictures. So I might have to mail you one real quick. So
yeah, and she said she almost ate the Oreo cookies, but she's not supposed to eat the cookies.
Yeah, but you have to make the whole dessert. It is a signature dessert that is in the book, Something Good, that Alexis makes with her mother.
Okay.
And it is called a chocolate cookie trifle. And so I will be making it. I think the second week after the book releases, I'm going to be online making the dessert again. But those were the thing, and it's on the recipe card, so it tells you how to make the dessert. But make sure you refrigerate it after you make it because it's so much better cold.
Is it whipped cream? I don't like. I got texture issues.
Oh, you don't like whipped cream?
Mm-mm.
Yes, it's whipped cream. Chocolate, and then you crunch up the cookies. It's really
no, thank you.
Okay.
I'll give the recipe card to somebody else. I don't do that. She said I cook. I don't bake.
There's 2 other items on the recipe card.
Oh, okay. Look at you, Miss Creative.
Yeah,
that's awesome. So the swag bag is the tote with the book, and the box has the t-shirt, the apron, and recipes.
And it also had it depends on which one you got. If it's the one with the t-shirt, I put in certain things that were mentioned in the book. So there's a little small journal because Marquita journals in the book. But then there's also from Black Girl Candle Company. I put in the book that Trish wanted to go home and use her headache be gone candle because her husband was giving her a headache. The headache be gone Black Girl Candle Company was they do a little small container of it, and so we put that in the box as well for people who order the Something Good box so that they can have that because they'll see it mentioned in the book when they read it, and so I wanted them to know this is what we were talking about. So things like that you'll find in the book, I put in the Something Good box.
And it personalizes it for them and makes it memorable, gives them an experience beyond what they get from the reading. Now they've got a cooking experience. Let me say something. I don't cook. I got a celebrity chef. When I released this book, Well Done, we did a cooking party.
Okay.
He debuted as a bestseller. He's his TV shows and everything else. But girl, so he cooked a fried shrimp and jicama slaw meal. It was delicious, but I wasn't cooking it. I was working the back. I was working the Zoom, so I couldn't really cook. But I was like, oh Lord, cooking, Jesus! I see you cooking on Facebook. I didn't know you cooked. I didn't know you like to cook like that. I know. Your husband was cooking, but he made some of the best cabbage when we was there for your wedding.
Look now. My grandson already told me he thinks my husband cooks better than me. I'm offended by that, but but I got my stuff that I cook that I think is pretty good. Right. But yeah, I got my own celebrity chef over here. His name is David Pierce.
I know that's right, because that cabbage was like, oh, let me get some more of this.
Oh, he can cook. He can cook.
That's good. That's good, and it's good that so there's another dynamic you added in there. Just the cooking and cooking together, all that creates communion and communication, connection, creating family traditions, even, all of that can help build upon. So you got all that going on in this story. How many pages is your book? Well, how many words is it?
Oh, let me tell you, this is the first book I wrote that is 100,000 words, and I couldn't believe it. Here's how much I didn't think I could do it. When I first received the contract, it was like it said, okay, so this book needs to be 90,000 words, and so we went back and I said, can we get 80,000 words? I'm like, I can promise you 80,000.
Right.
I'm always gonna shoot for what they ask for, but I'm like, I don't want to promise it and not be able to deliver. So I'm like, how about 80,000? But when I started writing this book and delving into I'm telling, when I decided to write women's fiction, I realized that I really love this because you get to, when you're writing romance, you have to stay on the boy meets girl, boy loses girl, boy finds girl again. So it always has to be back and forth about the two characters because you have to deal with that romance. In women's fiction, hold on. In women's fiction, I get to delve into the characters' lives because women, we are so complex. There's so much that goes on in our lives on a daily basis, and I get to find out how do you feel about that? What did you think when that was going on? And then I get to show their growth, just as them being human beings, and so I loved it, and I was able to come up with 100,000 words.
That's before editing, or that's after it was edited?
It was probably about 97,000 before editing, and then when I finished it up, it was 100,000 words. Like right now, what we found in Hallelujah is 97,000. So I did it again.
So now you got this new thing going on. You're gonna have these. That's great. That's a lot of words.
I think so, but I know another writer who just does a lot more. That's Vanessa Riley. So I'm like, I can sit my little book and I'm like, well, this is good. But then I grab one of hers and I'm like, oh, okay. She writes really long books.
But it's important to know too, for those people who are considering writing fiction or Christian fiction, you don't have to write 100,000 word book, especially if you're self-published.
Right.
That's a requirement that her traditional publisher placed on her. But a novel should be at least 50,000, 60,000 as a novel.
And that's what I was writing when I was I started self-publishing my novellas myself, and I was at 50,000. So that's why I had to go, whoa, how about
that's
80,
twice the book.
And so I was like, wait a minute. And so because I was really nervous about committing to that because I had started just writing in a shorter format. But I was able to do it. And so I'm thankful. So I'm like, I can write 100,000 words.
Absolutely. And I know the way you write, not having something good. I know that the way you write, you don't have wasted words. It's not like you have a bunch of words to get to 100,000. They all are very strategically placed and positioned to move the story along or develop the characters. Because I've read books and it's just I'm like, what? They spend a whole bunch of time talking about stuff that has no value to the story, just trying to get a word count.
They were trying to fatten up that book, and it's fluff. I don't do fluff.
No, I know you don't do no fluff.
Right. So I want to get you in the story, and I want to have these words mean something, and have you and forever pushing you forward in the story so that you figure out what's going on. So I don't do fluff, but I did 100,000 words.
No, ain't no time for fluff. That's a real 100,000 words. Because I looked at the audio. I think when I was preparing for the interview, I went to your Amazon page. I said, "Oh, she got it in audio," or maybe after the lady said she bought it. I don't know, but anyway, I was there And I was trying to listen to a sample. I couldn't find the sample to just hear the
They
sample.
don't have the sample on Amazon yet, but they do have the sample on the Thomas Nelson page. And I put that in one. I sent it out, and so yeah, it's coming soon.
But with that, it said it's like 10 hours.
Yes,
it's 10 hours. I was like, oh Jesus! When I did the Goodie Box book, narrated is right at 6 hours and 10 minutes or something. So I was like, yeah, she got a whole bunch of book in here, but that's good. That's, people, they want to feel like they got something for their money. Not that they wouldn't if it was, fewer words, but that just makes it feel even better when you walk around this big old thick, heavy book.
Right. And as long as you're able to finish it, that's fine. If I'm reading a book that I'm totally interested in, I'm immersed in it. And I can't wait I don't care how many words it is. I'm like, okay, what's going on?
What's next? Absolutely.
So that's how I hope
and you write page turners. Absolutely. That's what you write is page turners. Your characters, now I'm still mad that you killed Valerie.
Sorry.
What book was that?
I do what the story kind of dictates.
I know. But I get, now that I've written a novel, I get it. My characters, like you said, it's like I'm sitting in there, I'm just watching them, and I'm more being like a type of what they're doing as opposed to coming from inside. I almost feel like it's coming from outside. I get it now. But when Valerie took a bullet from a man who didn't love her, I felt some kind of way. Can I share that with you? What book was that?
That was in Former. That was in Former Rain. That was in Former Rain. Mm-hmm. Former Rain. But it was to show.
Yeah. First character.
Don't waste your life. Don't waste your life because he don't care about you.
Don't do it. First book she wrote, I was so honored that she brought me into the book.
About you.
Absolutely. And part of that goes back to when you talked about in Something Good, the fact that your character recognized that her husband loved her, but he loved her his way and not necessarily her way. And that's something that we have to learn as women, as husbands, in marriage, specifically in marriage, goes to the 5 love languages. I may give you love the way I want to receive it, and it may not be necessarily what you want, but understand that it's coming from a place of love. So we have to communicate and bring that balance. Because, we want to be loved the way we want to be loved. Oh, look, Eureka going to say, it was in Former Rain. This child going to tell me. So she's going to tell me what book I died in. Thank you. Thank you, doctor.
Right. They know. They still tell me to this day that Former Rain is my best book. And I'm like, no, it's not. But
which one do you think is your best?
Well, I hope they say Something Good is my best, but one of the ones that I thought was I really thought I was developing some skill with was Through the Storm, which is number 5 in the Rain series, and Long Time Coming, which is totally different than the Rain series, but my readers still believe that Former Rain is my best book, and I have to accept that. And one day I told them I'm writing to get them to say another book is my best book, but it hasn't happened yet.
Well, okay, so here goes Dr. Eureka. She says her favorite is, I'm trying to get it to show. Dun, 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 dun.
What is it?
It's taking so long. You know what? Technology. Show, I said. Okay, here it comes. She said Through the Storm was her favorite.
That's how I felt. Through the Storm is the best one in that series. Thank you so much.
Now, is that the one where the guy married the former prostitute?
That's Rainstorm. That's
Rainstorm.
number 4.
Okay.
And Through the Storm is right after that one. That's number 5.
Okay. So your first book series has 5 books in it.
It actually ended up with 9. 5 true books and then 4 novellas after that.
Okay. That you did as ebooks?
Yes.
Okay. Vanessa, when I tell you, you are a writer for real, I can't do it. I am too left brain. I stay over here all the time, problem solving, critical thinking, reasoning, rationalizing, compartmentalizing.
And those are the gifts that God gave you. I really truly
Yes, he
believe that
did.
God gave me the gift of writing. And
Yes, he
so
did.
I am thankful that I get to do this thing for him. And
Yes.
since hey, he gave me the gift, so why not write the books that bring glory to God?
And your gift is making room for you and a whole bunch of other people to feel redemption and hope
Amen.
and
Amen.
you
That is the
know,
prayer.
absolutely. That's great. It's great to not just to write for the purpose of entertainment, although people will be entertained with your books,
Yeah.
but for the purpose of the message of God and his redemptive power or his healing
Yes.
power or forgiveness. You
Yes.
know, so that's those are powerful, life altering. I'm sure you get people tell you all the time, girl, changed my life. Well, just a lady with the whole text messaging thing. That's a
Yes.
life changer, a
Correct.
potential life changer right there.
A potential life changer. Yes.
Absolutely. Because she did it, we just talked that up as a life you saved. How about that?
Amen.
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 Amen. Well, Vanessa, as always, it is a pleasure talking to you. We're going to see
Oh
Vanessa
wow.
on something good. It's almost been an hour. I know, right, girl? We getting you
Wow.
loving. I know.
This was fun. But see, you know, we talk. It's easy talking to you. This was fun.
Right.
Thank you.
You are welcome. So if you haven't purchased her book yet, you can get it go to her website, VanessaMiller.com. Is it on the homepage where they can see the link to
Yeah,
go to
as
the
they
different
scroll
bookstores?
down, they'll be able to see any all the places they can order from. They can click on any link they want and order the book. But there are also right now the links for the places they can pre-order to get the swag. But that's tonight. That's
Tonight.
tonight.
That ends
And so,
tonight
because
at
tomorrow
midnight.
tomorrow I will be signing those copies.
Gotcha.
I'm headed. You'll see me on film, and you'll know. Oh, the jig is up on the pre-orders because I'm taking all the swag to them, and I'm signing the books.
Good, good, good. That's awesome. So go to VanessaMiller.com, scroll down the page, and you can see the different bookstores where you can order online. If you live in the North Carolina area, there are several bookstores that already carry the books. You can't buy them yet, though, can they?
Well, at Park Road Books, they can.
Oh, okay, okay.
And so most of them shouldn't be out until next week.
March
But
the
like
8th.
if they pre-order, the people are going to be the bookstores are going to be mailing them out tomorrow, so they should hopefully get them by Monday or Tuesday
Gotcha.
when the book releases.
So if you go out and get your book at these bookstores by tonight by midnight, or you can still get them on Amazon. I don't guess the Amazon pre-order ends tonight, does it?
Oh no.
Okay,
They can,
but not to get it on Amazon, but get it before the 8th, so that when it drops, it debuts as a bestseller on USA Today. We don't want to wait till the end of the weekend. Get it now. Yeah, so when it drops, they're like, bam, okay, USA Today. I know that's right. I'm excited. But I am believing with you that God is going to open yet another door. I expect soon that there's going to be a Vanessa Miller Pierce book that's going to be a movie. You already did a stage production, so a movie where else can you go? Write more books, but a movie's like the next thing. So, what you waiting on, Jesus? We waiting
to God's ears.
I know it.
You gotta wait on them to say, "Hey, I want to do a movie off of this." So I don't.
Yeah.
I just write the book, so I don't go off trying to search for that or seek it.
Well, but let me tell you, Tyler Perry is always looking for books to turn to film. He has a thing on his website you can actually click and submit, so you don't have to wait for him to come looking for you.
I understand. I just write the books. I believe, when it's God's timing, someone will see and
someone's gonna find you and see you.
Do this. So,
amen. Absolutely. Look, whatever it takes.
That's gonna be another job. I don't want another job. I don't want to go. I just want to write.
See. Well, okay. I'll let you have that for now, but we're gonna let that expand so that you can be a screenwriter, be on the set like Victoria, Christopher Murray, and Rashada.
I don't think I'm going to be a screenwriter, because if they get if a movie production
Picks
company
it up,
wants the
they'll
book,
have somebody
they
write
would
it.
have their own screenwriters,
Yeah.
and things like that. So then they would do what they're gonna do with the book. I mean, once they have it, then it's theirs. So,
but I still want you on the set in the chair that says Vanessa Miller Pierce on the back. Maybe you'll get to meet Denzel Washington. Let me tell you something. If Denzel is in your movie, you better call and tell him you need me to be your assistant.
Yeah, you coming too, right?
I'm coming.
That's right.
I'll carry your bags. I'll shine your shoes. I'll bring your food. You need coffee. When we top that off, because I'm gonna meet Denzel one day.
Hey, man.
But I'm excited for you. This is amazing. Like I said, I'm gonna go online now and get another book for my niece and have it shipped to her so she can get the swag too. She's gonna be like,
yeah,
because her birthday's coming up.
Everybody should do that. You know, buy one for
everybody
you
should.
and one for another family member or a friend.
Somebody.
Buy two.
Because give it to your enemy. It ain't even got to be a friend.
Yeah.
You want to show love? That's how you show love.
Down the street, whoever you want to buy a book for. Just I did have one of my readers. She's in the book club. She actually did. She bought 4 books at one time.
Good for her.
So that's why I said I love my readers. They are so
absolutely.
Good to me. But of course, she knew who they were going to. Things like that.
Right. But all of that is great. So
I'm like, hey,
I'm going to go online and get. You got to do what you got to
do. So yeah,
I'm gonna go get my copy for my niece, and I'm on.
And if they're getting an ebook, the ebook will drop in your whatever
Kindle
device you use. It'll drop midnight on March the 7th at midnight. Going into March the 8th. So you'll have it first thing in the morning when you wake up. And I would love it if people who are getting the book, I'm going to have a part on my timeline for you to take a picture with it and put it in the comments section and just show me that you have the book. I would just love that. That will just make my day on release day. So I'll have that up on my page on release day. Please take a picture with your book and then upload it to my page. Thank you so much.
So I won't have mine on release day then if she or will I?
You should. Well,
you saying you get okay.
It depends on the mail.
Gotcha.
But whatever day you get it, take your picture and then put it on my page. But it depends on the mail. I'm sure she's mailing them out quickly. And so hopefully you'll have it by Monday or Tuesday, prayerfully. But if not, I'm sure at least by Wednesday, I'm sure.
Yeah. Well, with this mail
they're mailing them out now.
Okay. Well, then I'll be looking for a while. I'll be clicking. Hold my book up too then. All right, Vanessa, this is great. So these folks on here, a lot of them said they already have the book or they're going to go get the book. I hope that you do go to vanessamiller.com and scroll down and she can show you where you can order them from bookstores to get the swag bag. That ends tonight. Or you can go on Amazon, her Amazon author page, and then you can get the print, the Kindle, and the audio book. Yeah, I'm trying to have that pop up so they can see that again. This thing is there we go. And then they can go to your Amazon author page, which is amazon.com/author/Vanessa Miller. It says it's showing it, but I sure don't see it. That's okay.
Yeah, I don't see it.
And then, it's not, it shows, okay. Technical error, but thank you, Jesus, that we got through the interview.
Amen.
Yes, oh, there it is. There it is. Okay, so that's where you can get it from Amazon. Amazon.com/author/Vanessa Miller, or go straight to her website, vanessamiller.com. If you're in the North Carolina area, she mentioned a couple bookstores, Riches and Reading, and not Riches and Reading.
Park Road Books and Shelves Bookstore, and they're on my website.
Okay, and then you can get them at the store, and then you're going to be at Park Road
Books on March the 9th. That's a Wednesday night. And so anybody, Charlotte, come on out. This will be my first book discussion live and in color in years. So come on out.
What time is it?
I'm excited. It'll be at 7 p.m. March the 9th at Park Road Books
in Charlotte, North Carolina. Wear your masks and have your hand sanitizer.
Yes, masks are required.
I know that's right. All right, Nessa, I'm gonna play us out with this theme song. We are looking forward to you being a USA Today bestseller. I already know you're gonna hit Amazon as soon as you come out. That's like almost a no-brainer. But that USA Today, that's what we're shooting for. So y'all help Vanessa get there, and you can have some bragging rights. Say yes, I helped Vanessa be a USA Today bestseller. We'll give you bragging rights all day, every day. So you all stay safe, stay productive, be kind, and please wear your masks.
Yes. I see you got your own music.
Girl, I got several theme songs. My guy is the bomb. All right, lady, hold on. I'm trying to